a time when blacks were denied access to the nicer products sold in America, like clothes and even food. Store owners would provide subpar products that had a lasting and psychological impact. When blacks were finally able to shop at mainstream stores, they didn't skip a beat, even going for the nicer items, even if they couldn't afford it. Now take a look at this. This was a marketing tool for store owners back in 1954.
I'm sure most of us have seen this before, but this is a good episode of Isaiah. So this is titled The Long History of the Spending Habits of Black People. And this dude is about to speak his piece. I've seen it before. I'm sure you've seen it before. Don't get all riled up. We either going to learn or we're going to continue to do the same thing over and over and over again.
Here is what sales psychologists have to say about selling to the Negro.
The secret of selling to the Negro is expressed in one word. That word is recognition. Now, there's nothing unusual about that. People want to be recognized. They need recognition. That's basic in all of us. But perhaps because he's had so little of it, the Negro needs even more. He needs to feel important and appreciated. This need is a very real and important one. It shows up even in many of the Negro's shopping habits. Anyone who sells or wants to sell to the Negro customer should know about some of these habits. 3 habits in particular play a big part in every sales transaction. To begin with, most Negroes buy by brand. They ask for products by name. They're quick to turn down off brands. Do you wonder why? Well, listen to what this customer is thinking.
That last hat I bought just didn't hold up at all.
You see, for a long time, the Negro has been sold a lot of shoddy, second-class merchandise. So now he asks for name brands in order to make sure he gets his money's worth.
Kind of jarring, isn't it? Welcome to the Factor.
Why don't we take the information and utilize it for now? We're in 2025. We just heard before I went on vacation that people were going to spend more money on Christmas knowing they didn't have any money, they had no way to pay for it, and they don't care if they went into debt or if they weren't able to pay other things. So does that have anything to do with this as well? Because spending habits is about knowing the value of money and how to save it, how to invest it. And I know we've heard we get money and it don't last in the community for more than a minute or something crazy like that. Black people are supposedly going to be worth some low ass number in the next couple of years. If this ain't the time to get started and do something better and change damn habits, then I don't know what is.
Many experts say the lingering effects of being treated like a second-class citizen in America for decades is still having a long-lasting impact on blacks today. How does that look? Spending more than you're saving, focusing on name brands to have that feeling of importance while impressing others instead of buying land while building generational wealth.
Oh no, Isaiah, if somebody says to go ahead and buy a home, land, home, all of it, everyone doesn't have to buy that. Everyone is not meant to be a homeowner. Okay, continue to do it y'all's way. Not y'all, you know what I'm saying. But buying Gucci, Fucci, Lucci, and Poochie definitely ain't going to make no damn bit of difference. That's for daggone sure. And everybody always talking about generational wealth, generational wealth, generational wealth. You ain't going to get that by selling lashes and shit, child. I don't care what nobody say.
Say the marketing tools used on blacks in 1954 is still working today. Do you agree? Our panel is here tonight to talk about it. Kim H., fashion and beauty guru, Todd Smith, CEO of Regal Media, and Dr. Dietrich von Biedenfeld, supply cycle and finance expert. Glad to have you all here on the Factor on. Todd, when you look at that video and you just have to stomach it because it was 1954. But when you think about what they were telling retailers to do for black customers, has that lingered on today?
I think it's lingered on, and I want to say this. There's nothing wrong with having quality products because I think in the long run, you end up saving money when you buy things that are a higher value. You buy cheaper things, they're cheaper for a reason. Carl Kanai once said you can't have quality for cheap. So you might end up spending money, more money. But the problem is like the video
Child, he already wrong, giving up the wrong daggone message. But go ahead, child.
And you said we're buying things that we cannot afford to impress people that really don't even like us.
Right.
And we all, a lot of us do it.
Or we don't like.
Oh, we don't like, there's a story
Right.
about Debbie Allen being in the Galleria, I believe, one time, and they didn't know who she was. And she was at a high-end, maybe a Lalique store, whatever it may have been, and she left because they refused service or something like that. She said, I should go buy the most expensive thing in there. And then she had to catch herself. They don't want me in here. Why would I give them commission? So we have been beaten down, and it's a shame that
Not only that, right? Remember they was carrying on about Walmart, boycott Walmart, because Walmart, I forget even what the hell it is that they did. It was all this, oh, we're going to boycott Walmart. So one daggone day, I think it was Black Damn Friday, ain't nobody heard nothing from it since. Child, we can't stick together for anything, so how's anything ever going to change? I'm just saying, maybe it's just me, child.
other races look at us, they're taking advantage of us because really they don't want us, but, oh, if you're going to spend your money, let's go get that black money. So if a brand doesn't want me, I'm not going to fight to give them my money. I'm going to shop. This is Dapper Dan, even though it's with the Gap, a black designer, the famous hip-hop designer from Harlem. I'll support who supports me, and I'm not quick to give my money to people who don't like me.
And one of the things they said in that video, and that video was pretty long, that was part 2, there's part 1, and one of the things that they indicated was, don't question the black buyer, because you will turn them away and they will go and spend their money elsewhere. And this was white psychological experts or psychologists to white retailers saying, don't turn them away, don't question them, take their money and run with it.
Right.
Your thoughts on this, Kim?
So my thoughts on that is they're still doing that today. Billions of dollars are being put into advertising, and one of the things that people don't even recognize quality. So I think sometimes we think that the same thing that they sell at the factory outlets are the same things that the designers are selling in their high-end couture.
Child, all that she just said, I don't know what the hell she talking about. Here the bottom daggone line. You go out there, you can afford what the hell it is that you can afford to get. If you want to get something on a special occasion, then go ahead and get it. But child, if you out here trying to get your kid some Gucci, Fucci, Lucci, and Poochie and yourself, and you know daggone well you getting help with your daggone rent, and you can't even barely afford to save $50 in a savings account at minimum, then you know your ass shouldn't be buying it. It's as simple as that. All this, the quality and the factory and the feeling like, no. It's got to do with if you can't pay everything else that you need, then don't be out here buying the crap that you want. That's the bottom damn line. That's the easiest way to explain it. And they sat here and talk about the marketing. Marketing is marketing, okay? We don't even look at commercials anymore. We barely, who has seen a commercial, child? Child, unless you got, don't have YouTube Premium, I don't be seeing no commercials. I don't see them at home because it's streaming. I don't see them here because I got YouTube Premium. Where are people watching commercials? People ain't reading no damn magazines. Ain't no ads that you watching right there. So where?
Spaces, and you don't know that, and people don't know the difference because the market has been flooded. I think those things are still in play because you're wearing a label and not actually quality.
And I want to know, though, from you guys, Dr. Von Biedenfeld, I want to hear from you. We spend, as African Americans, $300 billion a year.
How?
Are we?
I thought ain't nobody had no money. Child. $3 billion. You coloreds. She's so funny. $3 billion. Which, child, we already know. We very good at spending and ain't good at saving and then gonna blame some damn body else. This is 2025. This stuff that they showing ain't nothing new under the damn sun. But it's easy to say that it's somebody else's fault instead of saying, no, I'm not going to buy that. No, I'm not going to waste my money. No, I'm going to go ahead and save, even though it's going to be tight and tough. I got to do what I got to do in order to get to where I need to be, in order to get to the goals that I set aside for me and my daggone family. And if that includes a home, then it includes a home. Child, don't sit up here and just be acting like it's all these people that's doing all these dastardly things in front of you to make you go out there and mindlessly go buy crap. Especially something like Louis Vuitton. Come on now. Them MFers don't give a damn about none of us. And I don't need them to. Me personally, I don't need them to give a damn about me. But don't act like it's them that's the problem. Because it really isn't. Because you are not being forced to buy any damn thing that you don't want to.
Are we still following this 1954 video or the effects of that 1954 video to our detriment as a community?
Absolutely, and I think both prior panelists have touched on this, and I agree with Todd. My mother, Patsy Ann, black woman in the 40s, pointed out to me, why are you keeping up with the Joneses when you'll never be a Rockefeller or a Carnegie? And many times she, as an upper middle class, master degree black woman, was told where a bargain basement was when she would go into a store, which immediately would take her dollars elsewhere. So I think we recognize this, but we still have a lot of these traditions. We know these terms like Kleenex and Xerox. Well, we used to have the idea of the Cadillac of goods, but if we look at the market reliability of Cadillacs nowadays, maybe that isn't a great standard. Similarly with clothing and fashion and what you're getting your money's worth when you turn it in and out and you say, well, you know, these seams don't match or these patterns. So we are following this to our detriment because our credit scores aren't as good, and we've seen Latino spending power almost reach parity. That 1.5 trillion for the black community that's been here 400 years is very similar to the Latino community that, while many of these states were taken from their lands, are very similar. So I think we can see parallels in this, but the reality is we as a culture recognize the need to fit in and where we get questioned less, so that business casual as a cheat code to stability and legitimacy.
All right. So, I mean, your thoughts on that?
We need to prove ourselves.
Yeah.
We need to fit in. We need to come up to the standard. We need to show people that we matter. And I think it is the psychological effect of, you know, you are a second-class citizen. You have to sit in the back. So now this is my time to shine. But I think it also is ancestral, because if you look at Africa and the garb and
Child, let me cut her off right there. I ain't even trying to hear all that. Listen, the bottom line is that you already know. We already know. We know what it is. We make excuses as to why we don't. And why do you only talk about black people? Because you be the ones that be talking about we disproportionately affected. So we do things to continue to SHOOT ourselves in the daggone foot, and then somebody say something, you say, you pick me, mammy. Child, ain't nobody, I'm calling everybody out, okay? Because you sound crazy. You're sounding crazy. Everyone's is, for the most part, probably seen that first daggone video. Everybody know that black people cannot keep money in their hand. Most spent, but then at the bottom of the list, we shouldn't be at the bottom of. Top of the list, we shouldn't be at the top of. And then when someone tries to say, okay, well, maybe we should do it a different way, then you get shut out. People want to talk about you. People want to come for you. Can't say nothing. But then it makes sense for you to come through and beg, or be a single mom and beg for food stamps and Section 8 and ask people to help you and go on the news and give me this, give me that. It's not right. It's not fair. That's okay, though. That's okay, though. Don't do anything to learn how to do better for yourself. Because you know the government ain't going to teach you that, because they want you to continue to depend on them. But when I say that, y'all act like I'm crazy. Child, colors be coloring. Shout out to the NAACP. Because until they change what the C means, I ain't going to stop saying it. That's it. That's all. Like this daggone video. Make sure you comment, subscribe. If you are new, I'll see you all in the next one.
Return to the Steelers and he'll play for free. Any thoughts on that? No?